Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Goddess of Light 1111. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning subscribers, welcome back. So, um, I would like to say thank you to the Heavenly Father, the one and true living God, the Creator that is creating most of us. So I want to say thank you for another day of lesson and blessings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My Lord Jesus, thank you for the Holy Spirit. Thank you, thank you. And I know that right now, giving any type of messages in here is literally like me, kind of like me talking to the air, pretty much. So, how old folks say you talk to one ears going out to the other. That's pretty much the way I feel now. Because I feel like there's a lot of manipulation for me to speak up for the truth to come out, but no one wants to actually hear the truth. The main reason that I'm coming in here to say anything like people have been using a lot of manipulation instead of try to like understand where I come from. Why do I felt like that I have to keep defending myself? Because I know if I didn't and stuff, I will not be here. So, and I want to make myself very clear. I have known the truth, a lot of truth, that I kept them to myself because I felt like, well, it's not that necessary for me to speak or say anything. It's not gonna go anywhere, especially when my entire um, loved one was already being manipulated, to collaborate for me to drop, whether they did that because they know or not knowing and stuff like that. I had already known the truth and I moved away from it and stuff. But then what's actually was is the fact like, a lot of people talk a lot of nonsense. If I say anything, I know exactly what I'm talking about, especially when I talk about Ace of Pentacles. So Ace of Pentacles, is that you've been given, like every places that I go, every it doesn't matter where I go or do, I'm being given, a camera. That's the Ace of Pentacles. So, and then using another manipulation and stuff, to give you a gifts that is an abomination. So try to confuse the masses, but not me. Try to confuse the masses and stuff, and then they say, oh, you're getting Ace of Pentacles, because yeah, if you don't use your intuition, it can be very confusion. It could be very confusing when they say that they give you Ace of Pentacles. People think like, oh, they give you some type of, money, or they give you some type of jobs, or they give you, people say, oh, that's pregnant. It depends. Okay, in my situation and stuff like that, it's a camera. And then the other part is stuff like that, they give you an abomination. You carry the ish, and then they will tracking you with it. So it's kind of like if they try to give you a tickets, that's also an Ace of Pentacles that's come with the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles is, like that will put you in death, and then the Ace of Pentacles will be the tickets. Okay, so moving along. Now, I have known since I have quite known since 2014 that I've been following by airplane. I did not know what it was in 2016, heavy on 2016. I did not know what it was um, until that, I'm not going to give any of my spirituals, that have been guided me. I'm not going to give any type of 333 and the clock right now. I'm not going to give much of information about, you know, I was in Nesbit when I literally a voice said that you do know that you are being tracking, you are being followed, right? And I literally was shocked out, like out my legs went numb, my whole body went like literally went straight like numb. And then I look up and I saw what I need to see. I saw what I need to see, and then because I actually parked when I heard that message. The chariots started following me secretly because the chariot started tracking me. They started following me secretly because the scientists started using experiment on me by using abomination. So they had done that when they had did this in the past. Matter of fact, they have been doing that quite a long time. That's what I'm saying. This is cruel. This is violated human right. This is abomination. And unfortunately, since I'm part of it and stuff like that, I don't have no other choice but to defend myself. But my heart is heartbroken, the fact that they are trying to pin the reason that I'm not giving messages online is because of my children. My children was involved because the high priestesses, because of when I said the high priestess, both dead and alive, was using my children for them to stack in their head, for them to use, to create burdens for me when I'm giving messages. If I was giving messages, I stopped giving messages online. It's not because it was my children. I started giving messages because my videos were stolen. Every video that I did, he can either in Aquarius or Pisces hacker. They slow my video down. They took all my video. Like I say, it could be in Aquarius, which is that would make him a king of swords. He was the one blocking my videos because he even changed his car because I know the tag, I give his tag out and stuff like that. I have people that was in law enforcement that watching me being bullied every single night, and they did nothing about it. So when people say, "Why do you call police?" What is the police going to do? What are they going to do? When they start there, they collaborate. They literally collaborate with these people. So what they gonna do? So I don't talk about certain things to expose anybody. I speak the truth and the facts because I know if I don't do that, my life has been in danger because I spoke the truth. And when I say there's a lot of underhanded stuff that's going on behind the scene, me speaking the truth to save my life. I did not know. What I did not know is that I did not know I was being experimented on. So the fact that they realized that when they start doing the experiment, I was able and capable to heal from it, and they start doing it more and more and more because it's giving I don't know about anybody, but me, it was for me to speed. It's kind of like while I'm driving, I will be speeding. That's what my was supposed to be. But they realized that, well, since I'm balanced, since I'm patient, hello, Gerard. So since they realized that, matter of fact, the scientists told them that, I wasn't earth angels, I was balanced to create burdens. So they wanted to create burdens to see, like I said, this is violating human right. This is literally violated in the most cruel ways because for you to have something else apart from God, you know, when the Holy Spirit depart from you, which is mean God depart from you, and I know that my Father doesn't forsaken me. I know that He doesn't leave me alone, but I know the truth has to spoke some shape or form, like for these people to know that God see what they are doing. God know what they are doing. They know God knows exactly what's going on. The fact that He depart from me, because when before they start doing all of this, I was very protected. Even when I was giving readings online, when I stopped driving for the ride share, I was very completely protected from anything coming inside my vessel. So I felt like now, from 2022, the in the beginning of 2023, I become that a catalyst for these people and bully me and try to torture me. So when people say they give you Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles is not tangible. It is, you know, for some, is the camera that watch you 24/7, and then the rest of them, and then the rest, the Ace of Pentacles they give you, it's an abomination, an experiment to make you do things. Like I say, I don't know how far this is going, but I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's right. And I don't think that's, you know, because, you know, people say, I give you justice. Because you're driving, you actually, you know, you balance, you heal, or you patient. But how we come from doing experiment, but doing black magic, using witchcraft, using bullying, tracking, stalking, do everything in your power to destroy the same person that you're using experiment freely on. My children then keep nobody from giving messages. They had been guided in a diabolical way to do it unknowingly. They had been guided because when they blindsided the emperor, their family, to put camera in my car, having me driving and then recorded everything that I do, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, King of Cups, all of these people recording me, everything that I do. And then the King of Swords went to take legal action unbeknownst to me. And then their family tried to pretend that they want to be, you know, friends. But they don't realize that they turned this into a nightmare. Because everybody went and collaborated. But they have hidden agenda. They have hidden agenda. Why do you defend yourself? Why do you protect yourself? Why don't we ask God, why does He protected me? Why did He defended me? You know, in spite of living a hard life in the past, but I always been independent, grounded, self-sufficient, independent, very, very, very much. Doing everything that I can, selflessly, with compassion, with humility, with grace, to show others that, you know, I show others that, you know, you don't have to be You know, you don't have to be bad. You don't have to be bad. I show humility. I show grace. I show love where even when my heart is broken. Do you know what it's felt like to be broken by people? By people, and then try to heal yourself on top of that. I had a rebirth. So I chose to, I chose to forgive people. But then it is the constant, like, okay, you do something wrong to somebody. You did something wrong to somebody. Why don't y'all win at the end of the day? Everybody already had their plan, including me being homeless, because if I'm homeless, I will be able to feel victimized. I will be defending myself, giving messages. But we know what the scientist does is wrong. Because those supposed to be like, where people actually voluntarily to do that. So it's the same thing. The dark coven high priestesses, the dark coven secret societies, they were all hurry up and try to involve me. But try to ask me to carry dark entity for them. I said no. I know the teachers, the scientists, the scholars. Some of these people are bookkeeper, but they went astray. And then on top of that, I had to deal with, the Four of Wands that literally want revenge. And thank you guys. If you are just happen to come in to see this video, you happen to see it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share and comment. I know this is might not regarding to you. I know it might not be an interest to you, but you still need to give the video a thumbs up and like, subscribe, and share and comments, because the reason that I defended myself, gossip sells, right? But there's a lot of other people that live pretty wealthy of my situation, but tell it by, whether they slander me, whether they are telling the truth and stuff like that, but they live a pretty good life in this story alone. So I'm asking you to make a change, to give the video a thumbs up. This is not about like, because that 2 viewers cannot give anything, and 2 likes is not gonna do anything either. But I promise you, change is not going to be changed, because everybody already lie about something. Everybody already, a lot of people, I'm not saying everybody, a lot of people already make up their mind. We already into deep in this, we don't know how to fix it. I cannot make these people that is in purgatory to change themselves. I cannot return the soul back to them. If their soul is running around and stuff, I can try to send them back to go to sleep. I can send them back to where they belong to sleep. But as a human being, they have to work on themselves. They have to heal themselves. They have to ask God for forgiveness. I don't need nobody to, I've already forgive people. They're gonna have to ask God for forgiveness. The hardest part you guys going to have to do is to forgive yourself. You screw up, take responsibility, take accountability. And for people that is fighting me for a little bit of money, your success depends on you. Your success doesn't involve anyone else but you. So if you are wasting time, try to penetrating somebody else to be successful, especially when you are fighting for crumbs. you got a long way of being successful. And those coming for somebody, ancestors that want people to know that a lot of people following me because they used to follow me in the past. And I didn't take anything you did not give. You're gonna have to remember, I was the middleman when I'm in YouTube. I am the middleman. So when you wanted to get me off my channel because I'm an orphan Joe, because I was balanced and stuff like that, take some responsibility. Take some responsibility. Because I tried to give messages over and over. Y'all remove me from there. Y'all stab me in the back like you're doing right now. You stabbed me in the back, blindsided me, tried to blacklisted me from having a new beginning because you're afraid of being exposed. You need to be and I want to say for those people that felt like that, I exposed them. No, you expose yourselves. You expose yourself because I don't know you. How could I expose you, but I don't see your name? I have no idea. Some of you, I don't even know what you look like. You have to be honest with yourselves. You're taking that upon you to say, oh, she said this about me. Well, what did you do to her? What did you guys do to me? So you all expose yourselves. I've been telling the truth since the King of Wands has pushed me to be in isolation for straight 2 years because they wanted the warlock, the lawyer, because he's a warlock and lawyer / whatever the heck he's supposed to be. They wanted their friends to heal by bullying me. Again, how that's supposed to happen, I'm not sure. How do you say that I give someone justice, but you're bullying me to do what you want me to do? That's not justice. And again, let me ask, which person that you want to choose? The one you've been tracking? The one you try to choke to death at nighttime? The earth angels? The goddess Natasha? The one you try to kidnap? The one you try to rape? The one you're already murdered? So which one? There's many facets to me now. Which one? Try to bully me constantly. You're creating conflicts, I find peace. You're trying to create burden, I stand fast. You'll take away. So which one do you want to work with? The homeless one? The one that is you're putting as a homeless? I need you to make some sense out of this because I'm trying to, the woman that is stop talking, the woman that didn't say anything to you, the woman that you're violated over and over. Which one? The human, the angels, the chosen one? Which one? Because when I was independent, people was okay with that. But then they figured that, oh, she's an orphan Joe, we need to start bullying her, violated her human right. And we need to control her. Yeah, so which one do you want? you're not getting my light. No matter what you're doing, you're not getting my light, because working with anybody that is in the light is a joy. Helping others heal is a joy. But I can't do anything when people chose the darkness. I'm gonna make sure that I show my light. I will list the karmic from the past, because I'm clearing out the karmic from the past, because what happened to me is become a karmic situation. I don't have no other choice but to release it, because it's a karmic situation. And I cannot keep going back driving, because they are become karmic. When they collaborate, you imagine people think like I don't know things just because that I don't say anything. So is the same way people like hurry up and collaborated for me to have a job, for instance, just for their own personal gain. It could be, it will be a lot easier. Nobody wanted to take legal actions, but those that take legal action against me know that, well, we can do nothing about this because it's a one-sided situation, and she still won regardless. I do the I do things in the right manners. Most of these things that happen, everybody has their own agenda. The King of Cups, the scientists, the astrologers, the readers, the shamans, the, what do you call these people? The medium, the psychic. Some of these people are literally psychic that's wanted me to work with them. Some of them are readers, teachers, whatever you call them. But I chose forgiveness. And then in the past, I said the same thing. I was being watched. Like, how you can possibly telling me? And I'm not talking about to one particular person. I'm talking about like people that is in the higher up. I'm not talking about the universe either. That is taking oath. They say in God we trust. But you wanna bully one person, an innocent person that's very really godly, that is very connect with God, but you say in God we trust, and you know that they are trying to murder me because they use experiment. I stand up for myself. I say no to not working with people. I was independent, I was grounded, I was self-sufficient, I was working on my own. I was independently working. So they was try to hurry up and quickly using manipulation and say they give me a gift. The gift is an abomination that I'm not supposed to be having. And then the other gifts they say they give me, it's a camera they're giving me, and in 2022, that's how all of this come in. Did you guys know I had already mastered the highest level of frequency, the highest level in my spiritual journey? That's the reason the number 1111 come from, on calling myself Goddess of Light 1111. I was literally guided towards that number because I had already mastered my spiritual path, not even knowing that, because I did the work not to deal with negativity, let go of, relationship issues, focus on God, and show loyalty, humility, grace, compassion, love. And I was using my intuition. On top of that, I was using my own intuition, not someone else's intuition, not psychic, not again, no one else. I was using my own intuition. Because I chose to heal my 50 years of trial and tribulations. 50 years. To be where I am today. I want to know why the King of Wands didn't tell the King of Cups no. I want to know why my family didn't tell the Emperor no. I want to know why the King of Wands went and collaborate. I want to know why anybody collaborate with anybody. The teacher, the scientist, all of that. When they find out that I'm an archangel, why they didn't stop? They didn't stop because they know that I'm healing. They wanted to bully me while they use manipulation for me to drive. And then they realize that while she's driving, she's still balanced. You say you give me justice. Do I have justice? Is driving is a purpose for me? Is it my free will? So if it's my purpose, my free wills, why am I being bullied doing it every single day? I'm being bullied every single day. When I was in my 20s, even in my 30s, earlies, I do all the works, even do 2 jobs. I never tried to take anything away from nobody. Like I say, I pretty much raised myself, so I learned to stand on my 2 feet. I learned to be patient with myself. I stay out of the lawways. I follow the rules. But the 401s take everything away from me. But they still try to unalive me because the law is supporting them. Where is justice? How do you give me justice? 404. You all know this is a legal crime. That's these folks went on a pretty much crime spree, try to unalive me, try to poison me, try to choking me at nighttime, set up rape, because a bunch of men, perverted men, is still try to come after me because their friends sent them. Do you know how humiliated? But I know it's a lesson. Try to humiliate me. But anyway, I said what need to be said. If I did anything like that to anybody, I know I will be in jail. I will be in prison. I will be in jail. I will be in prison. And you will make sure of that. Because all these low vibrational perverted men is still following me.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. You look a bit more.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you could tell me my mouth is dry.
Who? No.
So you do. Could you imagine somebody said, well, I don't want you to give messages. I don't want you to give messages online. We're going to use a tactic to making sure that we're blocking you from giving messages online. And then we're going to find a way for you to give messages for our friends. For our friends that giving messages online because you spoke the truth. You spoke the truth, especially people that are readers. And some of those people, they don't have to be they're not like readers. You have people that actually giving, call me now. You have, you know, people that give how do I call these people? They give messages at home, but they want me to give messages. They want me to give messages for their friends. That is reading. That doing readings online. So those psychic or whatever you call them, they want me to give messages for their friends. I try to bully me. Again, I try to save people faces. I try not to expose people because I don't know. For me, I do not care. I'm not going to sitting there wasting my time on empty pursuit. I'm not going to wasting my energies if you say anything about me, whether it's true or not. I'm not going to take offense to that and stuff. I'm going to defend myself if I have to, if it's really necessary. But one thing is this stuff. How do you guys like overindulgence? Overindulging in having monetary spirit to tracking me, and then you have all type of things to tracking me. You been to tracking me, but I've done nothing to you guys. This is what I'm trying to figure out. How do y'all come to that conclusion that because I know in real life, know me know, and in spirituality, no is definitely a no. If I say no to you and stuff like that, you cannot try to do anything about that because I say no. So I need y'all to make some sense. How come I say no and don't want to be nowhere there online? I have morals. I have standard.